So next week, the sixth form starts and you will be officially making your first steps into the A levels. And it may seem scary, so in today's video, we're going to be talking about my top tips and kind of things I wish I knew before going into year 12 to hopefully prepare you for what is about to come. My name is Natalie, and before we begin the video, make sure you smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and also, just want to show you one thing. I recently got this lovely plant for just £2 from IKEA. It looks pretty cool, I think, in my opinion, and I will try to integrate it into the video. I just haven't figured out where to put it for now, but it's currently, you will be able to see it down there in the mirror. It should be on the shelf. But yeah, hopefully by the next video, we'll manage to figure out where to put it in the shot. So in the next video, it will be nice and cool there in the background somewhere. But yeah, let's crack on with the video. So the first thing we're going to start with is the term that you most likely have heard before. Is that scary word, the jump from GCSEs to A levels. This term jump gets thrown around so much that nobody even takes it seriously anymore. It's just such a kind of a cliche thing to say before going into A levels that nobody takes it seriously, but they should, because the jump is really immense. And you will need some time to readjust to the new kind of environment in the A levels. Firstly, the new things that are going to be there is you have way more independent learning to do. If you're not used to independent learning and you relied on your teachers previously, that's something you gotta work on now. You will have frees, which are essentially just periods where you have independent study. During that time, you will be revising, but more on that later. Right now, we're talking about the jump. So again, the jump is huge, and without proper planning and preparation, you will most likely fail. The three things that are absolutely crucial to succeed in A levels are determination, consistency, and hard work. Without those three, you will not succeed. Even if you are already hardworking, determined, and consistent with your revision during GCSEs, you will need to multiply that by about 1,000 now. Because A levels are way more demanding than GCSEs. Even though you have less subjects, the workload of those subjects is immense. It also depends what type of subjects you have. If, for example, chemistry, good luck, that's all I'm going to say. But if you have been given up all your time during GCSEs to revision, like literally revising 24/7, consider changing your strategy because you need to improve something. In A levels, not only you need to work more, but you gotta work smarter. So you need to work on your revision style in order to make it less time consuming and way more efficient. And my top tip on how to get high grades in A levels will be the exact same as in GCSEs. Past papers. So yeah, just be aware that there will be a jump and you will notice the significant difference between GCSEs and A levels, and that's just something you gotta get used to, and you will get used to it as long as you're consistent, determined, and hardworking. Second thing to know is the independence you gain in your A levels. There will be less policing by the teachers in terms of you not giving in the homework, but it doesn't mean that you shouldn't be doing your homework. You absolutely must do your homework if you want to get good grades. Not only you will be compromising your own learning by not doing the homework, but you will also be annoying the teachers who have put time and effort in order to make that homework. And I fully understand them. They will be annoyed at you and you will have a bad relationship with your teachers, which is pretty bad, particularly when it comes to, for example, in chemistry, you will need to do practicals where the teacher will be assessing. So yeah, you get where I'm going with this. So yeah, just do your homework, don't compromise your own learning, and don't make the teachers annoyed, because they do put in time and effort in order to make those homeworks. And as a tutor myself, I know how it feels. When you're giving homework to students, you know that this will help them get better grades and therefore succeed in life. And them not doing it annoys you, absolutely. But yeah, just do the homework. And also make sure you don't cheat in your homework. If you just search up in Google all the answers to your homework, again, you're compromising your own learning, which will result in your failure. By cheating in your homework or your exams, you're not cheating your teacher, you're cheating yourself. You're cheating yourself out of good grades because you're not applying your own knowledge, because you don't have that knowledge. You literally, that's why you have to cheat, because you don't know anything. So you better learn stuff and then apply it in the exam, and you know for sure that you will get a good grade. Tip number 3 will be on friendships. So when you get into college, you will be obviously surrounded by like-minded students. Regardless of which sixth form college you go to, try to make friends with the smartest students. I know this term is very subjective, but you know what I mean. There's this Russian saying, I'm not sure if there's one in English, but it goes as, Tell me who your friend is and I will tell you who you are. In Russian it makes more sense and hopefully makes sense in English. But yeah, so try and make friends with the good people, avoid the bad influence. If you're friends with hardworking, smart individuals, they will not only help you with things you may not understand in your subject, but they will also motivate you to also become hardworking and smart. Now we're coming onto the freeze. As I previously said, those are free periods where you have time for independent learning. And I say learning, I need to reiterate it. Being realistic, of course, most students will not be learning during freeze. And I fully understand why that might be tempting. You literally have freedom in order to speak to your friends, watch some YouTube videos or do whatever. But my advice is start using the freeze as early as possible for the purposes of learning. So fair enough, in the first week you will want to chat to your new friends and make more connections, etc. But after that, try to force yourself to sit down, take out the books and learn during the freeze. Because the earlier you start developing the good habit of actually learning during your freeze, the easier it will be in order to prepare for your exams and you will avoid procrastination. My best advice on how to start using your freeze properly and for the purposes of actual learning and studying is by going and finding a quiet place. For example, a library. Going to the library because I know that's the place with a silence policy. Force yourself to sit down and take out the books and do the work. And yeah, with each time that you do it, it will become gradually much easier to do the work during your freeze. So yeah, that's my advice on freeze. Start as early as possible to utilize the freeze for the proper reasons. So for learning and studying. The next thing we need to talk about are entrance exams for your universities, such as BMAT. So as a medic myself, who will be studying at Leeds University this September, I can tell you that entrance exams to BMAT is super important. Sometimes even more important than your A-level results. Because with A-level results, if you get slightly lower than your predicted grade, you can still negotiate with the university because you have the offer. But if you flop your BMAT and you don't get an offer from your universities, you will not be able to negotiate and you will have to take a gap year. So make sure you start preparing for your entrance exams well in advance. If you simply devote 1 or 2 hours a week starting from this September, that's already 52 to 104 hours a year of good revision. So yeah, starting as early as possible is definitely beneficial. Even if you devote little time in year 12 to your BMAT, it's still time being devoted and you are preparing. So of course, towards the actual exams, so next summer, before you're starting your year 13, you will need to do more preparation, of course. Just a piece of advice, start as early as possible. It will definitely not hurt you. In fact, it will help you drastically. Finally, just try your best. These next 2 years will be very challenging, perhaps the most challenging years in your life, and they will determine whether you go into university or not. But don't be frightened of this. Actually, use this as the source of motivation. You're all brilliant, and I believe in each and every one of you, and you deserve the best. Is it your dream to go into Oxford and study medicine, or Imperial and study engineering? So make it work. These next 2 years will determine whether you end up with your dreams or not. And if you really want it, you will definitely get in. But yeah guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the future videos. Bye bye everyone.